Welcome to Williamsport, where the rolling hills of central Pennsylvania represent hope for all the baseball-loving kids around the globe, trying to live out their dreams and reach this sports paradise, where this is sport at its most pure, where families support their teams and their countries, and where we will laugh, smile, and cry at the Little League World Series.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
The lights turn on and the show starts. Somebody will get hot. It could be you. With your friends by your side, family in the stands. The town is buzzing.
That's a grand slam!
The camera is set for close-ups, and the spotlight is as bright as it gets. All you gotta do is shine.
Oh, he got all of it! Hammered again! Gone!
Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series, presented by T-Mobile. An annual slice of summer and a dream for so many kids around the world. This is the 79th Little League World Series, and it starts with the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua in the first of our 4 games today on day 1. Those are 2 of our 20 teams here in Williamsport. We crowned a champion 2 Sundays from today. It's mostly 12-year-olds here, a handful of 11-year-olds, and of course we play 6-inning games on a field with 225-foot dimensions, and every player on every team plays in every game. 10 teams from the United States, you see them on the left. 10 teams from outside our country on the right, and as always, we eventually end with 1 U.S. champion, 1 international champion who meet for the Little League World Series championship. With that, we say hello, and one more time, welcome back to Williamsport. Eduardo Perez, Mike Bodico with you. Sebastian Salazar joins us in a moment. There is no event in sports that will bring you more heartwarming stories and just smiles here. And Eduardo, remind you of the purity of sports.
This is where the love affair began for many of us who played Little League, in the dream of being here at Williamsport. And for these kids to be here, for the parents, grandparents, friends, and all of you out there, this is some kind of special.
It really is. It always is here. And let's tell you who's here at the Little League World Series this year and get you some headlines. 10 U.S. teams, Eddie. 8 of them went undefeated in their region tournaments to blitz through here.
Yeah, they did, and they had to play their best games and play against some elite competition.
4 new countries from last year. Some of the mainstays on the international side from recent years, Taiwan, Aruba, not here.
No, not here, but there's some newcomers and some friendly faces that we have seen here in the past.
Phoenix City, Alabama. The state is back for the first time since 1999. Kinley Rasmus is the star. Kinley Rasmus and Carson Meyer, the first time we have multiple girls from the United States at the same Little League World Series.
Yeah, I'm a girl dad, so I'm loving that.
We love it. And we start here with this first game today, Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. And we're here in the international bracket. For so many of these teams that come from outside the U.S., their journeys put in perspective really what it means to play this sport and to get here. And for 2 players on Nicaragua, it's absolutely the case.
45 miles per week. Think about that. 5 days of having to walk to practice for the love of the game, for being able to be here in Williamsport. This is a sacrifice that these kids have, and to be able to play in grounds like this is going to be unforgettable for them.
Yeah, Clemente Sevilla and Marvin Gomez. It's just incredible what they've been through. And for the Dominican Republic, they can't believe where they are and the difference in resources from back home in Santiago to here. And for more, we go find our dear friend Sebastian Salazar.
One of the best parts of the Little League World Series is watching his kids from all over the globe come into Williamsport and really sink their teeth into this amazing event. That's definitely been the case for the team from Dominican Republic. But first things first, I want to show you their home field back in Santiago. It's called Play de los Ensueños, and as you can see from these images, it's quite a bit different from what they're getting here in Williamsport at Lamity Stadium and Volunteer Stadium. They got to see Lamity all lit up on Saturday night, and the guys were absolutely thrilled. I spoke with the first baseman, Darwin Morales. He told me he'd never seen anything like it and that it was a dream come true. Darwin, the rest of his teammates, and really everybody on the international side of the bracket playing at Volunteer but hoping to stick around long enough to play a game at Lamity here at the Little League World Series.
Sabby, amazing. Such great perspective for all of us. It is so great to be back at the Little League World Series. Day 1 of 12, game 1 of 4 today here on ESPN. World Series is presented by T-Mobile. The Little League World Series hits different with T-Mobile. 10 teams from outside the United States. They won their regions, and they have made it here to Williamsport. The champs representing Latin America. Boy, Nicaragua steamrolled through that region. They're from the city of León, roughly 2,100 miles away from Williamsport. And Eddie, the second largest city in Nicaragua after the capital, Managua. What else can you tell us about Nicaragua?
Cerro Gordo is the active volcano also in Nicaragua, and Lake Nicaragua is the largest freshwater lake in Central America. And the flower, the national one, is Sacuanjoche flower. White and yellow, beautiful scented flower.
Let's meet the kids.
Mi nombre es Giovanni Noel Urroz Chávez y mi jugador favorito es Jordan Álvarez.
Mi nombre es Jonathan Orroz y mi banda favorita es The Kiss.
Mi nombre es Sergio Lese Girón Fuente y mi comida favorita es el pollo con papa.
Mi nombre es Justin Gabriel Martínez y mi jugador favorito es Messi.
Mi nombre es Gonzalo Martínez, película favorita Los Rápidos y Furiosos. Mi nombre es Joshua Mercado y mi jugador favorito es Auron Josh. Mi nombre es Marvin Somarriba y mi mollo favorito es el de la risa.
Mi nombre es Moisés Estrada y mi comida favorita son las alitas picantes.
Mi nombre es Kenji Jiménez. Mi equipo favorito es los Dodgers.
Mi nombre es Marvin Gómez y mi jugador favorito es Juan Soto.
Mi nombre es Kenny Ricardo Aro Roque y mi cantante favorito es Bad Bunny.
Mi nombre es Clemente Sevilla y mi postre favorito es el helado.
So Nicaragua, only the 4th team from the country to get here to the Little League World Series. And this is their lineup. They're playing with 12 players here today, and if you're unfamiliar with the Little League World Series, that right there is called the continuous batting order, which means you bat 1 through however many players are on the roster so that everyone can be a part of the game at bat.
Yeah, usually on the international side, you'll see 14 players, and you mentioned it, 2 are not here. But look at the top of the order. It's a really good one. And you look on the mound now for representing the Caribbean, Christopher Pichardo. Favorite video game, Minecraft. You have to start with that. 5'3", 107 pounds, left-handed pitcher on the mound.
On a stage as big as any for a 12-year-old, we are underway at the Little League World Series with strike 1 to Jonathan Uros Chavez. Ball and a strike to begin from Christopher Pichardo. We love this. Favorite celebrity, Cristiano Ronaldo. You know the questions after watching this event through the years. We get all kinds of amazing answers and these great stories from these youngsters. 2-1 on Chavez. Talked about the journey for Nicaragua. Jonathan Uros Chavez, the batter here, he's playing this with his twin brother on the team, Giovanni, who will also start for Team Nicaragua in right field.
A very patient team at the plate. They usually take the first pitch and do not expand. They make the pitcher work. They try to get the pitch count up, and they're very good usually the second time around the order.
Laced to left and caught by Alexander De Leon. 1 away.
How about defensive positioning right away? Get that first out. Big help for Pichardo on the mound as well.
So 1 down, it brings up Nicaragua's catcher, Jose Martinez Padilla.
El arma secreta, the secret weapon for Nicaragua.
The coaches say he is hyperactive, presumably has a lot of energy. They say he's tireless, and he's an excellent hitter. A great catcher, where he'll be today, and pitcher. Lined over short past Diego Suarez Herrera in the left center. Excellent hitter, right on cue, Jose Martinez Padilla.
Yeah, Diego at shortstop miscalculated that one, as that one was belted. Center cut, barreled up, and just right by him. Major league level, we say excellent exit velocity.
I know we get such in the habit of this. You were just doing big league games on Sunday and Monday. You look down and you want to see an exit velocity.
I did.
At baseball of every level. Hit hard. Moises Estrada Juarez on the ground, and he stays out at 2. Nicely started by the third baseman, Carlos Jose Abreu, for the first out, second out.
I was so curious to find out if they were going to be able to field the ball really well. You see all the colorful gloves that they have, and they're beautiful, but they're just breaking them in as soon as they got here to Williamsport. And we've seen in the past, sometimes it's hard to break in a glove and catch it cleanly. There, they did a nice job.
2 down for Clemente Sevilla Pichardo. He floats this one foul. Yeah, it's one of the great parts of this event that not only do they have these amazing journeys, as Sebi told you, they get to play on these great diamonds. These teams get incredible swag. We heard from so many players who that was what they were most excited for. But then, yeah, if you're going to use your new gear, it has to be broken in to some extent.
Oh, it has to look good. You have to look good to play good, right?
We got a little Soto shuffle in the box. I mean, that is some Shakira hips don't lie from, oh yeah, no surprise, Clemente's favorite athlete is Juan Soto. Inside, and it caroms away, so Moises Estrada Juarez with a big turn, and he's into scoring position. A couple pitches after Clemente Sevilla Pichardo had some fun in the box.
Watch the footwork. He is one of two that has to get on a motorcycle, and then from the motorcycle gets off and then walks 4.5 miles one way.
And he flares one into left field, the base hit. Moises Estrada Juarez to the plate, and Nicaragua strikes first on a run-scoring double.
That's elite hitting. Third pitch he sees on a 1-1 count. It's allow the ball to travel left on left. And where does he go with it on a pitch up and in? The other way, keeping the hands tight to the body and being able to drive in the first run for Nicaragua, representing Latin America. Not only does he bypass first and goes straight to second, getting himself in scoring position as well.
Now he's shaking the shoulders too. Our first pitch swinging from Kenny Jimenez Blandon, and a nice play from short by Diego Suarez Herrera. Nicaragua strikes first against the Dominican Republic, and we are off and running at the Little League World Series. League World Series, the first of 12 days at this annual staple of summer. The Dominican Republic coming up for the first time. This is this Little League's first trip to the Little League World Series. They're from Santiago, roughly 1,600 miles away.
Yeah, and Lake Enriquillo is the lowest and largest lake in the Caribbean. Rinoceros iguanas can be found in the Dominican Republic, and many MLB players are from Santiago, including Cubs pitcher Edward Cabrera.
Let's meet the team.
Mi nombre es Alexander de León y mi comida favorita es la chicipapa.
Mi nombre es Franklin Núñez y me gusta el equipo de San Diego.
Mi nombre es Yancel y mi jugador favorito es Aaron George.
Mi nombre es Justin Vega y mi comida favorita es la pizza.
Mi nombre es Cristóbal Pichardo Díaz y mi mejor equipo es Mets de Nueva York. Mi nombre es Ronnie García Santana y mi equipo favorito es Cleveland. Mi nombre es Jen Junior Cruz Tanén. Mi comida favorita es arroz blanco con habichuela y pollo frito.
Mi nombre es Diego Manuel Suárez Herrera y mi jugador favorito es Fernando Tati Jr. Mi nombre es Carlos José Abreu y la película que más me gusta es Rápido y Furioso.
Mi nombre es Darío Antonio Cruz y mi deporte favorito es el tres leche.
Mi nombre es Ethan Esteves Paulino y mi película favorita es Cars 2 de Rayo McQueen.
Mi nombre es Ediel Jiménez y mi cantante favorito es Bad Bunny.
Mi nombre es Darwin Morales López y mi jugador favorito es Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Mi nombre es José Almonte y mi comida favorita es plátano frito con salami.
This baseball-crazed country returns to the Little League World Series for the first time in nearly a decade, 14 deep in their lineup.
They're 14 deep, and they are passionate. And once they got to this ballpark, their eyes wide open spent a little time with them on the field. They're ready to play.
They will face the starting pitcher for Nicaragua, who just drove in the game's first run, Clemente Sevilla Pichardo, who can, according to the coaches, throw up to 74 miles an hour, and he's their number 2 starting pitcher. So they go with their number 2, who's often a closer and has a big left arm.
Big left arm. 2 lefties to start this game. They don't see a lot of them. And not only a lot of them, but with velocity as well from the left side.
Carlos Jose Abreu in the leadoff spot for the Dominican. 8 on 73. Will flash the velos up there when they're 70 and above. So that's 73 based on reaction times, the equivalent of 95 from a pro ball mount, 60 feet and 6 inches. 73 again, and Clemente Sevilla Pichardo begins with a strikeout.
Yeah, dominant. Coming right at you, the angle. Not a lot of time to think, and then it's low 3/4 as well. And attacking the zone, doing it with the number 1, the fastball. It took him 4 pitches to be able to do that.
So now Diego Suarez Herrera, shortstop for the Dominican, using one of the new bats that these teams get here in Williamsport. But Diego Suarez Herrera, part of the story that has defined some of the offense for the Dominican, that Sebi's going to have more on later. But everyone on this team earlier, before arriving here, had been using the same bat. They thought it was that lucky. Stick with it. We love superstition among the 12-year-olds.
100%, especially when you're dealing with, and take it from me, my experience, Latin American countries, right? From the Caribbean.
Diego's parents here, Johnson and Marlene. He'll turn 13 years old in a couple weeks, one of the leaders on this team. He hit a walk-off home run against one of the teams from Puerto Rico in the region tournament with that lucky bat that the team says it went so far it dented the scoreboard.
The bat or the
I think if the bat were dented too, that they'd probably still use it.
If everyone was using it back then, but not only that bat, also X-rayed as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Flash foul, 2-2 against his premium velo.
Notice where the 2 foul balls were hit. That just tells you that it's a short reaction time for Diego to be able to catch up to that elite fastball thrown by Clemente on the mound.
Clemente Sevilla Pichardo's 2-2. Sebi's got more, by the way, on this special bat for the Dominican team.
Yeah, guys, it's kind of a crazy story. So they started their first tournament on the way here, all using their own bats. And then it was actually, I think, Almonte's bat that was the favored bat. They started using it all the time, got hot, went with it. It was so hot that one of the teams that they were playing against protested the bat. And that's where the radiography comes in. They literally sent the bat to a hospital to have it x-rayed. I guess the x-ray came back negative or positive or whatever you want. And the bat was able to keep being used. They kept it hot, obviously qualified here. They were gonna use the bat for this game. They literally were warming up with it before the game. There was a problem though with the grip. So the bat is not being used here in this game. They're hoping they can get it back at some point though throughout the tournament.
So the bat has hospital records?
Exactly, and actually the joke was, hey, there's nothing wrong with the bat. It just has a fever. Huh?
Está caliente.
If you had ace reporter Sebastian Salazar using the word radiography in the first inning of the first game at the Little League World Series, just take it to the bank. Amazing. What a story for this Dominican club, champions from the Caribbean. They went 7-1 in the Caribbean region tournament that was held a month ago in Puerto Rico. So after the walk from Diego Suarez Herrera, this is Ethan Estevez, the second baseman. Ethan has a brother, 7 years older than him, Evan, who's currently in the San Francisco Giants minor league system. Strikes out here, 73 again from Clemente Sevilla Pichardo. 2 strikeouts in the inning.
Yeah, left on left, really difficult to be able to catch up to and to be able to see. But love the fact that Sevilla Pichardo was able to go and, after the walk, establish the strike zone again.
So he's got 2 down now and faces the aforementioned catcher, Jose Almonte, who Sebastian mentioned. And this one caroms away, moving Diego Suarez Herrera into scoring position. We marvel every year at the catchers here at the Little League World Series and how they have to handle these big arms from such a short distance. Catchers are elite. Popped up foul, 1-1 on Jose Almonte.
You think about it, almost the same situation that Nicaragua had in the top of the first. You got your best hitter up at the plate, runner at second base. And it was Clemente in the top half that was able to drive in one. Now we're going to see if Jose Almonte is able to do the same here.
And 72 from Clemente Sevilla Pichardo.
I went downstairs and I asked their coach, I said, give me something on Jose Almonte. And he said, my guy loves to eat a lot. Put some tostones in front of him and it's all set.
Strike 3 called, and a K-strut from Clemente Sevilla. He strikes out 3 in the first. He's driven in the game's only run 2.
Yeah, 2 swinging and a location as well. So you see the swings, and it's time to do location. And that one right down the middle. See you in the second.
The jerseys of Eduardo Guido and Matias Martinez hang here after Little League announced last night that those 2 players on the Nicaraguan team were unable to make the trip to Williamsport due to individual circumstances regarding visa travel documentation. You see the statement in part from Little League last night. So Nicaragua, without 2 of its players, their roster goes from 14 to 12, and 2 players that don't get the chance to come here to the Little League World Series.
And that's unfortunate, right? Because that's your dream, and you want to be able to hang out with your buddies, your friends that you have been the entire year. But they have them in their memories. They put their jerseys up, and I guarantee you right now they're somewhere in Nicaragua watching this game.
Sebastian has more.
Yeah, guys, I was talking to the manager, Jose Gabriel, before the game. Obviously, he acknowledged it was devastating for the duo that couldn't come, Eduardo and Matias. They've been in constant contact with the team, by the way, but their absence obviously had a big emotional impact on the group itself. In recent days, though, it seems like the boys are kind of turning that into a source of motivation, looking to honor their teammates with a good performance. Here, as you guys just showed, the number 6, the number 1, the jerseys that Guido and Martinez would have used, they're going to hang in the dugout there throughout the tournament. And I was talking to center fielder Moises Estrada, before the game. He showed me his hat, and written in it was Eduardo Guido's name. They've been buddies playing together since they were like 5 years old. And the words, todo por ti, everything for you. Guys, as we often say here, it's bigger than baseball.
Todo por ti. Well, they lead 1-0 as we start the second, and Kendry Araúz got a piece of that. So he stays alive against Christopher Pichardo.
Described as the quiet kid on the team.
That is strike 3 called. And a great spot from Christopher Pichardo, who has his first strikeout.
Yeah, two different types of pitchers, right? We've seen from Team Nicaragua the velocity already. From Pichardo, we're going to have to see the change of speeds and location to be able to be effective and let his defense work for him.
Well, he pumps in strike 1 to start out Joshua Mercado Carrion.
Awesome.
Fans packed in. Metro fans. We got 3 more games after this one. Darwin Morales runs it down, and 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. So the base is empty, and it brings up Marvin Gomez. He told his story in the open. He and his cousin, the Nicaraguan starting pitcher Clemente Sevilla, you said it, they walk 4.5 miles to practice. They're from a rural mountain community in the city of León in Nicaragua that doesn't have roads, only walking pathways. So they walk. And then after practice, you said this, they do get picked up on a motorcycle, but they still have to walk the second half of their voyage back home on the walking paths. They pay a big price just to play the game they love. And that is ripped onto the green grass for a hard hit single for Marvin Gomez.
Bien, hombre, vamos.
And rightfully so, 2 of the 3 hits that Team Nicaragua representing Latin America has comes from the 2 that walk 4.5 miles to practice. Fastball up in the zone and just gets on top of it. And with 2 outs, he's on first.
I mean, this team started practicing 5 times a week 3 months ago. So just think of all the times that Marvin and Clemente have logged those miles just for the chance to practice with their team. Now Marvin Somariba Gonzalez takes a strike 1-1.
You and I are walking back to the compound after this. We are not taking a ride, buddy. After that,
is it even like 0.2 of a mile?
Not even.
There's an incline.
Come on, man, it's
paved. 1/10 of a mile.
It's paved.
We got it easy. Seriously, it does put it in perspective how grateful we are. Inside from Christopher Pichardo.
One of the things Team Nicaragua is doing, and this is a beautiful perspective to it. See where he stands on the plate, way out in front.
This one gets away and allows Marvin Gomez to move up, and now he wants third too. And he will get there without a throw from Jose Almonte all the way to third.
Well, Team Nicaragua is showing all their versatility, the ability to hit and the ability to run the bases. We saw it earlier with Clemente Sevilla Pichardo going from first to second on the hit, and we just saw it again right here with Marvin Gomez Pichardo.
3-2 up the ladder, and the 11-year-old Marvin Somariba Gonzalez works.
Buen turno, eso es.
They're at the corners.
Gozado.
We appreciate the opportunity that we have to listen in when coaches talk to their base runners or coaches come to the mound. It is such cool access and insight. The Dominican manager,
Estamos bien,
Pablo
estamos
Padilla.
bien. Vamos a asegurar que le trae. Vamos a asegurar que le trae. Cuando yo te pido pichar afuera, tienes que salirte, papi.
When I ask for a pitch outside, you have to go out there.
Vamos con el drive, vamos.
Can't stay in the middle. Come on, we're okay.
So got to be willing to hit the spots that are being called.
And the conversation was more with his catcher than it was with his pitcher, just calming him down and letting Jose Almonte behind the plate know, hey, get out there. Don't stay right down the middle. Catchers are allowed to get out there a little bit more. The dimensions are different.
Well, with runners at the corners, Pichardo now faces Giovanni Uros Chavez, starting right fielder. His twin brother Jonathan plays short for Team Nicaragua and is the leadoff man. It's a tight-knit Nicaraguan team. These twins endured long travel along with their teammates to get here. That's up high. These guys, they didn't have the right size luggage for the flight, and the airplane crew told the twins their luggage wouldn't fit on board. And without the coaches saying anything, all the other players took some of the twin stuff into their own luggage so that the twins could put their suitcases on the plane, that the size would work out, the weight would work out, and that they could come here. Coaches kept saying to our crew that this team from Nicaragua is so mature, so disciplined. You mentioned it in the box offensively, but certainly applies off the field too. 2-2. It's up high and a full count on Giovanni Uros Chavez.
Well, just think about the way Giovanni's holding the bat right now. 2 strikes, he's choking up just a little bit more from what it was on an 0-0 count.
3-2, up high, and the bases are loaded. And Giovanni Uros Chavez walks and is fired up.
And Pichardo on the mound keeps looking at the bench. A little frustration from him, not used to being this wild. Look, the environment, it's just different. You look around, yes, the family section is loud, but the entire stands, they're packed behind the outfield as well.
Couple walks. We'll give you our reminder on the strike zone here at the Little League level. It's from the batter's armpits to the top of the knees when the batter's in a natural stance. And with the bases loaded, we will get a pitching change here for the Dominican. Justin Vega Nunez will take over for Christopher Pichardo. Game 1 at the Little League World Series. Awesome slate, day 1 Little League World Series still to come. It's Washington and a high-powered Alabama team led by starting pitcher Kinley Rasmus.
Oh, she's fascinating. I cannot wait to be able to watch that game as well.
Canada and South Korea. South Korea back here for the first time in some years, representing CAP, the Asia Pacific region that recently have been dominated by Taiwan.
I know, but when they do get here, they are a dominating team at that. So curious to see what kind of squad they bring in.
Well, the new pitcher is Justin Vega Nunez, one of their 2 key pitchers, along with Pichardo, who Vega replaces. These are their 2 guys. It's a bigger arm from Justin Vega, the coaches say, and he's got a lot of break on his curveball.
It's a bigger arm, but it's an arm that was on the bench not one that was on the field coming into pitch. And why that is important, it's because of the environment itself. Now you're coming in, you look around, is it going to be big for him? That was huge, that strike one right there on the second pitch.
To Sergio Giron Fuentes. Just off the edge, 2-1. We're a big fan of Sergio because he says his special talent, voice impressions.
Cannot wait.
Might have a friend in Todd Frazier, our master impressionist. 3-1 and nowhere to put Sergio Giron Fuentes.
Pressure, you come in with the bases loaded, no room for error. A patient Nicaragua team at the plate.
Just outside and a 5-pitch walk. 2-0 Nicaragua here in the second.
That's one of their superpowers. Nicaragua's going to the plate, forcing the pitcher in the zone. And when they do, they can attack. But first time around, this has been their MO and their way of being able to get here.
Now the 11-year-old Justin Martinez Castillo. Yeah, you said it right off the top that this is a team that very often doesn't swing at the first pitch. And when we talk with the coaches, they sound like a pro ball type of team. They say their players study the pitchers from the dugout, say they make mature adjustments on their own, and they are so patient.
Yeah, and look, you can find so many things on social media, just watching pitchers and watching teams and their reactions, and they've done their homework.
That is strike 3 called with that great curveball. Justine went to the helmet. No ABS here. Nicaragua adds a run, 2-0 with the field set and started in Williamsport. Nothing brings people together like a good beef meal. On Monday, all 20 Little League World Series teams came together thanks to beef. It's what's for dinner. On behalf of the Beef Checkoff, teams from around the world were able to enjoy each other's company, make new friends, while fueling for their upcoming games with beef's high-quality protein and nutrients. To build your perfect home plate, visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Kids eat well here.
Broadcasters at Volunteer Stadium tend to eat well here.
Well, I was including us as kids.
Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco, oversized children here in the broadcast booth in the international bracket with the tireless Sebastian Salazar roaming the ballpark and our entire fantastic crew behind the scenes. There we go. We'll pick some of that up top. You went Peruvian steak last night. I went burger. We're well fed, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Darwin Morales, whose special talent happens to be cooking, leads off for the Dominican in the bottom of the second, down by 2 against Clemente Sevilla Pichardo, who piles up another strikeout. All 4 outs by way of the K. We didn't see a whole lot of off speed from Clemente Sevilla in the first. He didn't need it.
And I don't think he will need it, at least the first time around the order, just showing the power that he has in that left arm. Every time we're watching the Little Leagues, we see power from the right side. That's different.
Lefty gas out of the long limbs of Clemente Sevilla Pichardo. He's facing the 11-year-old Dariel Cruz. Coaches say he has a sweet swing. Ball and a strike from Sevilla. Dominican manager Pablo Padilla said Cruz is a very introverted boy. So Cruz lets his bat speak for him. 1-2. Just inside at 71.
Yeah, Jose Martinez Padilla behind the plate. Tried to bring that in a little bit. Try to steal a call. Jason Kelly, the home plate umpire, not buying it.
Strike 3 called with a dotted fastball from Clemente Sevilla Pichardo. 5 outs, 5 strikeouts.
The Clemente Sevilla Pichardo at the pitch. Watch his reaction as well. This is coming in hot, right on the corner. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts today, 6 batters faced.
Just a 1-out walk to the second batter he faced back in the first. And now James Cruzetanin. Hot shot right at the second baseman and caught by Sergio Giron Fuentes. Inning over. Hey, when we come back, a special guest, Vanderbilt head coach Tim Corbin joins us next. Welcome back to the Little League Baseball World Series presented by T-Mobile. Volunteer Stadium Day 1. Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco with you. Up here in the booth, so pleased to be joined now by Vanderbilt head coach Tim Corbin, nice enough to stop by.
Thanks, Mike.
Tim, it's great to see you. You were here last year as a guest of Little League. So good they had to have you back again here this year. But I know you got a chance to meet with the coaches a couple of nights ago and share a message with them and about this event.
Yeah, well, it's nice of them to ask. They're very inclusive, and 2 years in a row, I didn't think I was coming back another year, but I'll never say no to them just because of the people that they are, and also the fact that you do get a chance to talk to coaches from around the country, around the world, and umpires too, and tell them how you see the game and how you see the game on their level and what they can do to help these kids move forward.
And it's not only on the domestic side, the international side as well, introducing them to even more ways of being able to continue to play baseball if they hit the books the right way.
Well, it is. You look at the Dominican teams, the Caribbean teams, and are there some kids here who potentially could look at college as an avenue to play baseball? And I think that's possible. You never know what's going to happen with the draft here in years to come. But you got to model the game somehow and give them the thought of, yeah, there are opportunities to play beyond what they're doing now before they get into a professional uniform.
What did you want the coaches to think about going into, for the ones who haven't been here before, what is such a special opportunity for them, but so important too, right? Like they have such a huge undertaking guiding these 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. Ken Ravizza was a sports mental coach, and he was very good inside of our program. And the words he always used were, keep the pleasure greater than the pressure. And I think when you get into this environment right here, the competition's almost like a gift. I mean, all the hard work's done. You've spent a lot of time and a lot of resources getting to here. Once you get to here, I think like Omaha, it's always like, can you get your team to relax first before the other team does? Because if you do, and I know there's skill involved, but if you get your team to relax more often than not, then you can play well. But I think it's just encouraging the kids just to have fun doing what they're doing. We have 3 kids at Vanderbilt that have been in this thing. 2 have won it. And every time I ask them about Williamsport, they never mention a score. They never mention a game. They talk about sliding down the hill. They talk about ping pong. They talk about the living quarters. So it's baseball brings you here, but the environment and the memories take you back home, and I think that's what's different about it.
That really explains a lot, especially with Todd Frazier and Devon Travis, who are going to be broadcasting here as well. And it's the memories. And the same you could say with the players in Omaha. It's not the score. It's about the experience that they all have.
Yeah, well, Frazier, I coached him in the USA team, and I asked him about that, and he didn't mention baseball at all. He said, yeah, Corbs, we were really good, and his New Jersey twang. But he talked about everything, but he just talked about how much fun they had away from it. So he, too, he's still a kid. But that's the greatest thing about this thing is the innocence. I mean, the faces of these kids, and it's probably, my wife always says, it's the last time they'll have a chance to cry without feeling bad about it, because this is, once you get past 12 years old, it's when you start growing some more.
I'd be remiss if I don't ask, have you gone down the hill?
No. Got 2 hip surgeries, Eddie. I'm not doing that. I don't need a 3rd one or 4th.
We haven't done it in a few years either.
Yeah, I was going to ask. You guys done it?
I did it the first maybe 3 years I was here. I think last 2 years I haven't done it.
Yeah, I saw Jack. You got the newbie on the staff. I saw him do it. He was proud.
Yeah. Well, a 1-2-3 inning here worked by Justin Vega Nunez. Tim, thank you so much. Yeah. It's always great seeing you.
Likewise. I'll be watching. Thanks for what you do for these kids and everyone.
Vanderbilt head coach Tim Corbin, our guest here in Williamsport. 20 teams at the Little League World Series, 10 of them from outside the U.S., and they have traveled a combined 40,000 miles to get here. From Sydney, Australia, from Seoul, South Korea, from Tokyo, to get here to central Pennsylvania, the rolling hills of South Williamsport, PA.
And from Miami via Pittsburgh.
And via Chicago. You've been everywhere,
there we go.
Eduardo.
It's all right. It's all good.
Last I saw you, we were doing Twins Royals in Kansas City, and you've been to like 100 other baseball cities since then.
Oh, man. Talk about from eating barbecue to deep dish pizza to Permani Brothers.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm in.
Chucking some corn at the Field of Dreams game in between. Well, game one, day one at the Little League World Series. We go to the bottom of the third. The Dominican Republic down 2-0 against Nicaragua. Alexander De Leon, the big Bad Bunny fan, leading off against Clemente Sevilla Pichardo, ace for Nicaragua. Alexander De Leon, a big fan of Willy Adames. This is therefore his favorite team. The Giants pops this one up, shallow center. And Moises Estrada Juarez there for the first out. Hey, follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, get photos, schedules, and more. Available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. Well, how good has Clemente Sevilla Pichardo been so far on the mound?
And it's the control as well. He walked the second hitter in Diego Suarez, but after that, he's been pounding the zone and just trusting the number one. And if you're throwing 71 miles per hour, I trust the number one as well.
Get a good look at Clemente right here. Do you have a look-alike for Clemente?
Manny Machado.
Facially.
I mean, you look at him in the face. Yes, obviously Manny's a right-handed thrower, but a little bit like Manny.
I like it.
San Diego Padres doing really well. Fernando Tatis stealing grand slams.
How
then
about
hitting
that?
2 home runs yesterday as well.
Took one back in right field. One to Yancel Guzman. Jam job, infield single, and the Dominican Republic's first hit. How did Yancel hit that?
He's not going to be able to explain it when he sees it on replay, but it was most a little bit of self-preservation as this one had a cut to it. And you talk about using the entire part of the bat. This one, strong hands to get it over Marvin Somaria at third base, but perfect spot, perfect location, clearing the backside.
So Yancel Guzman on in front of Ediel Jimenez. Big fan of Junior Caminero, who is, of course, Dominican, grew up in Santo Domingo. By the way, our man Yancel Guzman, who just had the hit, I know you heard this when he introduced himself. He's like going to be Pele. He just introduced himself with his first name.
Yancel, that's it. You better recognize the rest.
Welcome to Williamsport. Alongside Eduardo Perez, I'm Mike.
And Yancel on first base.
That's a strike at 72 to Ediel Jimenez, full name. Ediel's got a great story too. His mother sells food back home to make ends meet. She sells empanadas on the side so that he can play the game that he loves. His mother, Maria, big part of supporting his journey financially to get to this point.
I could eat 1 or 2 empanadas right now.
Take the over. That is strike 3 called at 72 in a perfect spot, and a half dozen strikeouts for Clemente Sevilla Pichardo.
And this one hits the spot. He gets that strikeout, another strikeout looking. That's the third strikeout looking already for Clemente Sevilla Pichardo. 6 total in the game.
Now a swinging strike one to start out against the new Dominican pitcher who has taken over, Justin Vega Nunez. You know Justin's a good kid at his core, because when he got asked what are his hobbies other than baseball, studying. My man's locked in.
Smart answer. And since he took the mound, it looked like he was studying the lineup as well, because he's been nails.
But he strikes out here against the flame-throwing left-hander, Clemente Sevilla. 7 strikeouts through 3 shutout innings.
You got to trust the stuff. And if you trust the number 1, it works. And Clemente Sevilla has trusted that pitch the entire afternoon. See you at the 4th.
Celebrate the MLB Little League Classic. You get kids, you get big leaguers being kids. It's one of those days that brings Little League full circle.
These kids are having an absolute blast.
I wish I got to play in a stadium like this.
It's everything we said it would be and a lot more.
You are making memories for a lifetime.
Sunday night on ESPN and on ESPN2, the MLB Little League Classic. Braves and Brewers, they come here to play their series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania for one night.
It's already cool that you're a Little Leaguer in the Little League World Series, but then the big leaguers also come and not only play, but also watch you play here at Williamsport. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite days of the year. It's like Christmas, just watching these kids open their presents.
It's beautiful. Was hoping that somehow we'd get Jacob Mizorowski. It's not going to be Jacob Mizorowski, but he'll be here.
Maybe we'll get him in the booth.
Yeah. Paging the Miz. It looks like it's going to be Shane Drowan for the Brewers. Brewers and Braves have had awesome seasons.
Drowan's been fantastic as well.
Well, here we go. 4th inning. Again, these are 6-inning games. Clemente Sevilla Pichardo, who's been the biggest star of Game 1 so far here in Williamsport, vibing and leading off as he bats for the 2nd time.
And last time it was a base hit the other way with a runner in scoring position on a 1-1 count. Pitch inside, was able to take it the other way. He's got some flow at the plate.
Told you his favorite athlete is Juan Soto. We've already seen the Soto shuffle in the box. So let me ask you this. Can you help me out with a little translation? We asked Clemente, who would you most like to meet? He said Juan Soto. Y yo diera tips de bateo. Does that mean he wants to give Juan Soto tips?
No.
He wants to get tips?
Yes, he wants to get tips.
Swing and a miss, and Justin Vega Nunez pulls the string. He has really settled in. Let's check in with Sebastian Salazar.
Mike, I don't know if you remember back in 2022, we also had a team from Nicaragua here, and they had just one parent that was able to make the trip. But by the end of the tournament, and the Nicaraguan team did last quite long in 2022, the whole family and friends section was filled with people from Nicaragua living in the United States now. Apparently, word got out early, because if you see, we got folks who've traveled from all over. One of them sitting next to me is Oscar Sainz. Oscar, tell me where you came from.
I live in Las Vegas. I came from Las Vegas.
Wow, that's not a short trip.
No, it's not. We had to fly all night, and then we drove 3.5 hours from Philadelphia.
Now, you were here in 2022, correct? We met back then?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And did you have any connection to that team, or just, love for your country and the desire to see Nicaragua here represented on the world stage?
No, it was, I didn't have any connection that time, but, we support baseball. We love baseball in Nicaragua, so that's why I came.
And you told me you've been in this country now for 40 years, effectively your home, but of course Nicaragua, where you're originally from. What does it mean to see a group of boys representing your country in your new country?
Well, not only that, this is a team from my city. So it means the world to me, to us, to everybody who is here.
And you obviously didn't have a connection, like you said, in 22. You do have a connection this year. Your nephew is Eduardo, one of the kids that couldn't make it because of the visas. Have you had any communication, contact with him in these last couple days?
No, I haven't, but I talked to his mom, and they are watching.
I'm sure they are. So let's give you a chance right now. Do you want to send a message back to Eduardo and La Familia as they take in this great event?
Yes, Eduardito, aquí te estamos recordando, todos te están recordando. Un saludo, un abrazo, y seguimos en contacto.
Beautiful message for Eduardo back home watching, guys. We send it back to you.
Man, that is heartwarming stuff. And you feel, again, if you weren't with us earlier, for two players on Team Nicaragua unable to be here due to visa travel documentation issues. Eduardo Guido, whose uncle is here again. He was here, as Sebi told you, 4 years ago without a family connection, just so supportive of his country and now the country he's currently calling home.
Yeah, so supportive. And look, baseball runs deep in Nicaragua as well. We know about El Presidente, Dennis Martinez, who is one of the big figures in the history of Nicaragua. But the kids, the Little League itself, they play their winter league as well in Nicaragua. By the way, the curveball right now that we are seeing from Justin Vega Nunez has been really impressive. Already 2 strikeouts in this game and ahead 1-2 on the count.
Got 5 swings and misses here this inning. He set down 6 in a row. 1-2 is strike 3 called to Kendry Arauz Roque. And Justin Vega Nunez has stemmed the tide. He fans the side here in the 4th.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts with the curveball. And then when you're looking curveball, ten cuidado, watch out. Here comes the heater.
A star is born already. Day one, first afternoon on this Wednesday at the Little League World Series. 2 diamonds that we play games on. All the international bracket games down here, Volunteer Stadium. And Clemente Sevilla Pichardo has been fabulous through 3 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts, only 41 pitches, and the RBI double back in the first.
Yeah, he's left his mark and left it early. And he continues to pound the zone. Strike 1 has been huge for him.
Feels like he's just living ahead in counts. This is Christopher Pichardo. It was quickly down 0-2. Pichardo, we saw him as the starting pitcher. Coaches say he is a crafty lefty. Saw some of that. They love his command. They love what they say is a nasty curveball. Fans on the heater here from Clemente Sevilla. 3 strikeouts in a row and 8 total. Hey, find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we play at 7.
Yeah, the 7 o'clock game. Metro team playing in that. Hey, we'll be playing at 7, and yes, we'll sign an autograph right now. They go up against the New England region champions, Bridgewater, Massachusetts. One of the great states, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in the world.
Now, where were you raised?
Massachusetts.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
To be clear. Roniel Garcia bats here for the Dominican Republic. Just have an infield single, that's it, against Clemente Sevilla. And a bunt here, well played. Sevilla glove flip, how do you do? 2 down.
Show your athleticism, that's how you do. He gets a smile out of it too. He knows he did well. Think about it. You bunt towards third because the lefties usually fall off towards third base. He lands that left foot early, and that's the only play he had. Keep the balance, then go after it, field it with a glove, the flip over to Kendry Arauz at first base to get the out.
He's been ultra efficient. And now strike 1 to Franklin Nunez, who does say that he's a switch hitter. There are 3 switch hitters on this Dominican team, but Nunez opts to hit left on left here.
And that surprises me because at this age, you rarely see switch hitters. You see it, you rarely see it because you don't see a lot of left-handed pitchers. So you might as well just hit from one side, and it's usually your right side, and then you learn later on how to switch hit, if it's in college or late in high school. Or, like some Hall of Famers had a conversation with Eddie Murray, and I asked him during the Hall of Fame induction week, I said, when did you learn how to switch hit? He said the year before he got called up to the big leagues.
Oh. Gosh.
Then I followed up and said, who taught you? And he said, I did. We didn't have hitting coaches back in the day.
Did you ever mess around with it when you were younger?
No, I wish I would have.
Yeah.
I grew up watching one of the best switch hitters of all time, Pete Rose. I saw the work that you have to put in from each side.
Clemente Sevilla, all smiles. Trying to finish off this 4th. Well, Franklin Nunez, a switch hitter. We asked him his special talent. Do you have one? He said not right now.
Isn't switch hitting enough at this age?
I would have said so.
He's on the plate. He's crowding it with that back foot too.
1-2. Strike strike three called at 74. With a little look back, too, for Clemente Sevilla Pichardo dealing. Still to come at the Little League World Series, Washington mainstays here. They go up against the Southeast Region champs in Alabama. Then it's Canada and South Korea here on ESPN at 5 Eastern. And then the nightcap on the big stage up at Lamity, Bridgewater, Massachusetts, with a superstar arm on their team, going up against the kids from New Jersey. That's at 7 Eastern to cap a great day one. Headlines from the U.S. side of the bracket. We told you the first time we have multiple girls making history. 2 girls from the United States at the same Little League World Series. West Side Little League, the Great Lakes region champion 6 times for one Little League being here. And then that nightcap. Massachusetts and New Jersey squaring off tonight on the big stage at Lamity. We welcome you back to Game 1, Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. Nicaragua has the lead for a country that's only been here 4 times. They are here for the 2nd time the last 5 years. After before that, they hadn't been since 1970. Joshua Mercado Carrion leads off against Justin Vega Nunez, Dominican arm, who has really done a nice job settling into this game. Joshua, an 11-year-old on this team who dreams of being an engineer someday. Down 0-2.
I love that. Wants to be an engineer. Think about that at the age of 12, to be able to maintain or build something and see it. Love it.
Oh, 2. Reaches out, singles into center. What a piece of 2-strike hitting. Joshua Mercado Carrion is on.
Protect and open it up with 2 strikes. This ball is going to be a ball outside, but he stays on it. He sees the spin and just throws it out there with one hand. Reaching as much as you can. Hit it right back up the middle and feeling good on the way to first.
So he's aboard for Marvin Gomez. Marvin says his superstition is that compression sleeve you see on his right arm. Says he is adamant about doing that. Big 5'10", 12-year-old who dreams of pitching in the big leagues. He says his special talent is cleaning.
He can come over anytime he wants.
He is welcome at the Perez residence. Hits this in the air to center, and nicely handled by James Cruzeta-Nin. Game Changer is the official scorekeeping technology partner of the Little League World Series. You can coach smarter, connect live, and replay the action on Game Changer, the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. So 1 out, 1 on, and Marvin Somariba Gonzalez, who walked his first time. The Bad Bunny fan, the coaches say is very well behaved. In the air to right, and Rodiel Garcia makes the catch for out number 2.
Pitch into contact, soft contact. Last 2 outs in the air, 1 to center and this one to right. Teammates liking it.
If you're just joining us, Justin Vega Nunez came into this game in the second when Nicaragua had some 2-out activity. Entered with the bases loaded. Walked the first guy he faced, and then other than that, the only base runner was the leadoff single from Joshua Mercado Carrion here in this top of the 5th inning. 2 outs for Giovanni Uros Chavez. That's a strike, 1-1. You can say it. I know I can't roll my R's. You can say it. It's fair. Pains me to no end. Popped up foul.
All right, buddy. Let's go there.
Sound it out.
You opened it up. Giovanni instead of Arroz, Uros Chavez. You got to roll the R, man. Uros.
So it's not that I can't do A or U. I can't do either one. I can't do Rice or this young fine gentleman's last name. That is strike 3 called, and Justin Vega Nunez strikes out.
Senor Giovanni Uros Chavez for the 3rd out of the inning. Oh, we'll keep practicing.
I wish. Welcome back to the Little League Baseball World Series, presented by T-Mobile. Go time for the Dominican Republic, and for more on their team and their journey, we say hello again to Sebi.
Guys, I'm here in the, well, not really the fan section for the Dominican Republic because the fans have spread all over the place, but we're with some DR fans and really family members. Diego Suarez is a shortstop, and I've got Mom Marlene, Dad Johnson with me. They are far from alone. They're rolling deep. A ver, Ma, cuéntame de este grupo, de dónde vinieron, de dónde llegaron y quiénes son.
Aquí tenemos toda la familia de Diego, hermanos, tíos, abuelas, familiares, los padres. Venimos un grupo de Santiago, República Dominicana, otro grupo de aquí de New Jersey, Kansas, O sea, que tenemos una muy buena representación apoyando a Diego.
Yeah, they've got a great group here to cheer on Diego. They got people from Kansas, all over the place, aunts, uncles, everybody here to support esta experiencia. No solamente ver a tu hijo participar en un evento como este, pero compartirlo con la familia. ¿Cómo ha sido eso?
No, invaluable realmente. Muy agradecido de toda la familia, del apoyo que hemos recibido, de la oportunidad de Diego participar en este torneo y de verdad de todo lo que han logrado. Muy orgullosos de todo y muy sentimentales con el apoyo de la familia.
Very proud of everything that her son has achieved and really made emotional by all the support that they've gotten from the family members who have come from so far. Let's hear from Dad here. A ver, háblame un poco del béisbol. ¿Lo sufres? O sea, ¿es una intensidad o qué? ¿Eres nervioso? ¿Cómo ves los partidos?
Soy nervioso con los juegos. Quiero meterme en él y decirle cómo batear, cómo tirarla. Pero él sabe hacerlo. Él siempre ha tenido buen desempeño en el terreno y fuera del terreno también.
Yeah, I asked him if he's nervous. He says he's really nervous. He wants to jump on the field, give all the coaching advice that he can, but obviously here, maybe not the spot to do it, and he's got a lot of faith in his son. A ver, ver tu hijo representar el país en un evento internacional, ¿eso como padre qué te hace sentir?
Muy orgulloso, muy orgulloso. Esa es la recompensa del esfuerzo que ha hecho todos estos años, que ha trabajado, está jugando desde los 3 años y siempre ha sido bien activo en el juego y le gusta, que es lo más importante.
Excellent stuff. I asked just about what it's like to watch his son here, and he says that basically it's the payoff for all the hard work that not just his son, the family, and everybody who supports has gone through. Eduardo, I know you're up there. Listen, you got a question for the family here.
Man, I think he wants to watch his son right now, but I'm telling you, if they're going to cook or anything, tell him to pass a little bit of the food over here.
Okay. Quiero preguntar si hay posibilidad de alguna comida dominicana que se puede preparar entre el grupo. Los narradores quieren comer algo rico. ¿Hay algo que se podría hacer? Ahorita no, pero para los próximos partidos evidentemente van a estar un buen rato, ¿no?
Mangú.
Bring it up. That's it. That's all I needed to hear.
Mangú con plátano majado con salami y huevo.
Okay, all right. Eduardo, you want to translate our menu for the coming games here?
Oh, mangú con salami. So we're looking at the mangú, which is a mashed plantain. And it's boiled, not fried. And I'm telling you right now, it's fantastic. When you put an egg on it, we're in for the day games. I'm loving it.
They're pretty cool as they get to watch their son bat here.
His dad's nervous. You can tell right now.
Diego Suarez Herrera with his parents, Johnson and Marlene, with Sebastian watching here. 2-run game, bottom of the 5th. 2-2. Good take by Diego Suarez Herrera, who walked his first time.
It's a great take, especially on a pitch up where you tend to swing at velocity up. Keep an eye on his front foot as well. See Juan Soto doing it from the left side. He does it from the right side.
Line down the line, foul.
I am so happy right now that Sevi got out of there because he was about to get knocked down from cheering on that one. Just look at the focus and the intensity that he has for this plate appearance.
This is the longest plate appearance anyone for the Dominican has had. 7th pitch. Fouled away again. Parents were talking with Sebastian about the pride they have and the nerves they have watching their son Diego Suarez on this stage here at the Little League World Series. Trying to find a way to solve this superstar starter for Nicaragua, Clemente Sevilla. 3-2 again. Suarez on the ground, foul.
And we saw earlier that his favorite movie is Spider-Man, and he loves to play shortstop because it's like the most Spider-Man position out there.
He's already done his part pushing the pitch count to 66. In Little League, of course, there are different days of rest that correspond with different pitch counts. A pitcher can go 85 pitches in a day. And after this batter, Nicaragua will enter a new threshold for this starter. Fouled back again.
It's a quality at-bat. No matter what happens in this at-bat, Diego has to be proud of the compete factor.
So here's where we're at right now. You're allowed to finish an at-bat once you're within a threshold and that at-bat's ongoing. So right now he's in the 51 to 65, even though he's at 67, which means he would need at least 3 days of rest. On the ground at second into center for Diego Suarez. The at-bat of the ball game to bring the tying run to the plate for the Dominican.
Little Sevy magic as well, talking to Dad, and then Diego coming up to the plate. Talk about grinding out an at-bat. Being able to just hit it right back up the middle and forcing Nicaragua to make a decision now. Hard hit up the middle. He earned every pitch, every swing, and he gets rewarded.
Estamos en un
for the
sueño,
base hit.
pero hay que despertar ya. Ya vamos a sacar esos outs, ya vamos a tener la primera victoria para nuestra ciudad, ¿ok? Vamos. Somos nuestra familia, recordemos siempre que les dije de dónde venimos y lo que venimos a hacer.
We have to get our first victory for our city. We
toma tu
cannot
tiempo,
forget
lanzamiento por lanzamiento,
where
yo sé
we
que vas a
come
sacar
from.
de esto. Vamos,
Take your
vamos,
time,
papá.
pitch by pitch. We trust in you. Let's go.
León, Nicaragua. First time the city of León, second largest city in Nicaragua. First time it's been here at the Little League World Series. We told you only the fourth time this country's been here. León had never been here before. And now the tying run to the plate for the Dominican against Clemente Sevilla. Ethan Estevez in the 3 spot in the lineup. Took a mighty cut on 74 left on left.
Yeah, he tried to tie the game with one swing right there. Overswung. Need to just try to keep the line moving. It's tough left on left.
Estevez, one of the leaders on the team, and he goes backside left field, base hit. It'll get to the wall. Diego Suarez gets the windmill. The Dominican is on the board in the 5th.
How about that? Ethan Estevez making contact and hitting it the other way. You see the reaction from Clemente Sevilla Pichardo as the attempt by Justin Martinez Castillo in left field just fell short. 1-run game.
Opposite field, Ethan Estevez of Clemente Sevilla. And now the cleanup man, the catcher, Jose Almonte. And it's 0-2.
Got to be careful with Almonte at the plate. Has a lot of power. Now he finds himself 0-2.
His manager, Pablo Padilla, says Jose Almonte is very powerful.
Is he going to change bats?
I think he is. Maybe want something a little bit lighter? Is that what you'd guess?
Let's not forget, a lot of these kids use that one bat to get here to Williamsport, and now they're just trying to get a good feel. No batting gloves. We're going just hands on the bat, get a true feel for it. And he's hoping this one has a little magic in it.
Jose Almonte is facing what is essentially mid to upper 90s velocity. 0-2, swing and a miss. 73 and a clutch. 11th strikeout for Clemente Sevilla.
A huge one. Going mano a mano with power, gets that leg up, lands the foot, and gets the much needed out.
One out away from leaving a man in scoring position. Darwin Morales takes ball 1. 5-hitter, first baseman, getting a second look at Clemente Sevilla. Coaches say he is smart. He is discipline. Takes again, but that grabs the edge. A ball and a strike. Pitch count at 75 again. 85 is the limit for Little League pitchers. Fouled away, 1-2.
Seems a little exhausted on the mound, takes his hat off. Feeling the heat. Most pitches he's thrown in an inning is this inning. The highest leverage he's had to face is in this inning.
This will be the 24th pitch of the inning for Clemente Sevilla, trying to dig deep and protect a Nicaraguan lead. Got him! Inning over. Clemente Sevilla leaves the would-be tying run aboard, but Diego Suarez and Ethan Estevez come through, and it's a one-run ball game to the 6th in Williamsport.
I'm going to tell the story about Mike and make his spirit live on. No one's ever going to forget him.
Everybody should know why the number 11 was retired and why he is a hero.
That's E60 tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, right here on ESPN. Same day streaming on the ESPN app. Number 11, the only number retired in Little League World Series history, and that is the powerful story behind the number. We got a heck of a ball game for the first game of this Little League World Series. 6th inning on the way. Nicaragua up 2-1 now on the Dominican, who just got on the board and finally was able to crack a little bit against the Nicaragua starting pitcher, Clemente Sevilla.
Yeah, now it's up to Justin Vega Nunez on the mound to be able to keep it a one-run game and give his offense a chance in the bottom half. It's not an easy task when you deal against an offense like Nicaragua.
These are two Little Leagues making their first trips each to the Little League World Series. Team from León, Nicaragua against Santiago in the Dominican Republic. And Sergio Giron Fuentes offered with a bunt bid against Justin Vega Nunez to begin the 6th. It's a Nicaragua team that steamrolled through the Latin America region. They went 7-0 in that tournament that was held a month ago in Guatemala. They outscored their opponents 92-13 in those 7 games. The most runs per game scored by the Latin American champion in 25 years. Cued to first, and that is off the bag. Foul.
Yeah.
Goes off the safety bag, that orange bag, so it's a foul ball.
I think it's the first time in my career as broadcasting, or even as a player, that I hear hits off the bag and it's foul. But because it's the safety bag, and that was a really good angle right there. It is. I love the safety bag component of all of this.
Seen it make its way to the college baseball game too?
Yes. A lot of conversations of wondering if it's going to make its way to Major League Baseball as well.
Oh yeah?
Let's not forget the bags in Major League Baseball are bigger now.
Yeah, good look at it down the line there and what the runner would be thinking on running toward that orange base. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Justin Vega Nunez has been huge on in relief for the DR.
Yeah, and it looks like he brought in his bag of tricks Theo Carlos, Uncle Charlie, with him, because the curveball has been working for him. This one starts out of the zone but has really good vertical down movement. Just ends up in the other batter's box.
Remember, we told you what the coaches said when he came into the game. Yeah, good velo on the fastball, but it's a lot of break on the curveball. And they said the changeup has also been very effective this year for Justin Vega Nunez.
Trabajo, papi, buen trabajo, buen trabajo.
Great job, Papi. Great job.
Hey, vamos, asegura la bola ahí,
Well, this is interesting. He's at 49 pitches right now. They could actually have him face one more batter and still not risk needing an extra day of rest. But you're right at the threshold where it's up to and including 50 pitches. And if you go over the threshold, you're allowed to finish that at bat. So this might be one where just familiarity with the rule book would let you keep him in for one more pitcher.
Right, and I was surprised. That's why I was pointing at the 49 pitch count, wondering if they were just going to let him. When I saw him come out, wondering if he thought differently. But it's an important out because it's the 12th hitter in the lineup, and you have to roll over to the top part where you have the aggressive guys that do get on base with guys that can't hit the ball out of the ballpark. So a huge at-bat here to face.
And a 2-1 game in our first of 4 games today, and still to come. Top of the hour, about 15 minutes from now, up the hill at Lamade Stadium, the United States bracket gets going. What a name. Frankie McCabe, the long lefty. 17 punchies in the Northwest region. He leads Washington against superstar Kinley Rasmus on a team managed by her father. Baseball bloodlines. Corey and Colby Rasmus, former big leaguers. Family ties to Phoenix City, Alabama.
How cool is that? That's going to be game 2, and she's going to be the first right-handed pitcher to appear in this year's Little League World Series as a starter.
Trying to be the second girl to win as a pitcher at the Little League World Series, trying to join Monet Davis.
Both starting pitchers today for this game were left-handed.
And now the third pitcher for the Dominican taking over, Ethan Estevez.
I'm really surprised with the shift here in the outfield. They're playing him to pull in the air, and you would guess that he would hit it the other way in the air, especially with this velocity right now.
You will see defensive positioning at the Little League World Series unlike anywhere else in the game of baseball. 2-1 on Justin Martinez Castillo. And 3-1 with that big arm, 72 miles an hour from Estevez. Coach has told us he can throw up to 75. And his brother Evan is currently in the San Francisco Giants minor league system. Full count. Ethan's brother Evan almost got to Williamsport with his Dominican Republic team 7 years ago. This one to the backstop and a one-out walk by Justin Martinez Castillo to flip the lineup over for Nicaragua, looking for insurance. Hey, the FedEx Cup playoffs continue with the BMW Championship, and you can watch the best in golf. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood, Xander Schauffele, and a whole lot more in the chase for the Cup, live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app. You said it's huge to get it back to the top, man aboard, just one out in the inning for your best bats.
Yeah. And this is going to be key now. You walk him, you have 2 opportunities here with 1 out only in this inning. He's going to be trying to get on base as well.
Jonathan Uros Chavez.
And we continue to work on the Uros, but I get it. As Jonathan had the message of take a pitch, take a strike.
Bunted foul. That's part of the identity for this team. Talking with the coaches, including manager Jose Gabriel Rodriguez Mayorga. They said the offensive success is a product of good eyesight, grinding out great plate appearances, and then coming through in the big spots. They said their sluggers getting those extra base hits after, he said, literally the physically smaller players do their job getting on base.
And that's exactly what he said. He said, let's go hit it your way. That means the right side. As a right-handed hitter, dale para tu banda. So he's just going to try to stay on it. It's a message. Don't try to pull it. Fight it.
2-2.
Good pitch. Really good pitch. Oh, he wanted it. Everyone wanted that pitch.
And that's a great take.
We've seen a lot more of the expanded zone against lefties and righties. But he's been consistent.
Three-two. On the ground at second, Nunez flips. Suarez turns 2.
That was pretty. That'll get you to roll your R's. When you can get a 4-6-3 double play right here, penalty done. Great pitch, great action. Get it to 4. Know your math. 6, 3, that equals 2.
The Little League Baseball World Series is presented by T-Mobile. The Little League World Series hits different with T-Mobile. Clemente Sevilla has starred for Nicaragua. He's done it with the bat on the mound with his glove, and he has flashed the grin. He's been spectacular. 12 strikeouts, tied for the 4th most ever by a pitcher in a tournament opener. The first game of the entire Little League World Series, going back the last 13 years. He's hit 77 pitches. As it stands right now, next available on Monday. That's the days of rest required for anything over 66 pitches. And again, you can get up to 85.
But get in the win column, and that's what they want. And they want that win for their home city of León.
First time this city has been here at the Little League World Series. 3 outs away. 6, 7, and 8 in the Dominican Republic lineup, starting with Dariel Cruz. Second look at Clemente Sevilla. Chopper backside. Jonathan Uros Chavez with the sidearm, and a pick at first by Kendry Arauz Roque for out number 1.
Was that athletic or what? He is going to his right, and then the pick at first base, securing it. Beautifully done. I mean, defense on the shortstop position, going against his body, and then the pick at first. I think he loved it.
Well, and efficient too, trying to give Clemente Sevilla a chance to finish this game on his own. Now James Cruzeta-Nin goes first pitch swinging past the dive of Uros. Tying run aboard for the Dominican Republic.
Oh, they're looking for the Plátano power right now here at the Dominican Republic, representing the Caribbean. They've had runners on. They're asking Clemente Sevilla Pichardo to give his best.
Alexander De Leon flew to center his first time, and he goes first pitch swinging to right. Giovanni Uros Chavez puts it away, and Nicaragua is 1 out away from a win. This is a country that has only been here now 4 times at the Little League World Series. The entire population of the entirety of Nicaragua, about 7 million people. And for the city of León, their first time here in Williamsport. 81 pitches. And here comes the manager to check on Clemente Sevilla.
Está bien. Está bien. Vamos a hacer, espérate. No pasa nada. No pasa nada. Buen trabajo, ok. Buen trabajo. Lo logramos. Estamos cerca, ok, de nuestra primera victoria. Tranquilo, ok. Vamos a hacer, levantemos la cara. Hiciste un tremendo trabajo, ok. Todo el mundo está orgulloso de vos, ok. Vamos.
Everybody's remembering who you are.
It looked like Clemente Sevilla was motioning for the center fielder to come in and take over. And yeah, he is going to hand the baseball to Moises Estrada Juarez. What a performance from Clemente Sevilla. He emptied the tank.
It's an excellent performance from Clemente Sevilla. Now he'll move to right field. But let's take a look at the power. And the power with that left arm of his. The swing and miss ability early on in this game, establishing the number 1. He was dominant, not only with power, location as well, getting the calls on the outside corner, and keeping the Dominican hitters completely baffled with the number 1. It wasn't about mixing it up. I would say out of the 81 pitches, we probably saw more than 90% fastballs, and that is why those numbers are where they're at. 1 out away from a complete game, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk on 12 strikeouts.
And he clearly felt like he had nothing more to give. Reaching at his left arm.
Oh, that's not a good feel right there.
After 81 pitches where he exhausted his tank. A still to come. We're about 5 minutes away from sending you up the hill for the first U.S. bracket game here. Washington and Alabama. Canada and South Korea to follow at 5 Eastern back down here at Volunteer Stadium. And then the nightcap, 7 Eastern. All of this here on ESPN. That's Massachusetts and New Jersey. So, Clemente Sevilla has already starred. And now here comes Moises Estrada, the player that all three of the coaches from Nicaragua said is the most likeliest to go play professionally. And he's got 72 out of his right arm to start out with strike one to Yancel Guzman.
Just Yancel.
He wants one name only.
Just one name.
Trying to make that name for himself here in a big spot for the Dominican with the tying run aboard. Guzman had an infield single his first time. Takes down. Risky throw from the catcher, Jose Martinez.
But a good throw because you know you have backup in right field as well. Good job by Clemente Sevilla Pichardo, who just came out of the game and goes to right.
1-2, and Nicaragua one strike away. Call this kid Moises Estrada the maximum fury. He's trying to finish this off. This one to the backstop. James Cruzeta Nin moves into scoring position.
That's huge right now. Now you're in scoring position. A base hit puts a lot of pressure on the outfield and the infielders to make a really good throw.
Two. Down and away. I mean, the hype around this pitcher, Moises Estrada, just huge coming into this tournament. The coaches were telling our crew they've never seen another Little Leaguer like Moises Estrada back in Nicaragua. He's trying to finish this off. 3-2. On the ground, right field, base hit. Sevilla is up with it. Throw to the plate, the tag! Ball game! Nicaragua wins it.
It started with a big arm that struck out 12 Dominican Republic hitters, and it ends with that same big arm in right field for the last out. A perfect throw to Jose Martinez Padilla at home plate, and a message of saying, do not run. He gave it all with the bat and with his arm.
Only at the Little League World Series does the superstar pitcher then go to right field, almost wait to pick up the ball, to lull the runner to go to the plate, and unleash the cannon to walk it off.
And it was a great send. It was a great send, not because there's a great arm in right field, but you never know if he throws a little bit left, a little bit right, he could overthrow it. You have to have, this was the best opportunity to be able to tie the game with 2 outs. But it was just a better throw.
And then he pointed at his left arm. So, first game has gone final. Nicaragua a winner, and that arm is feeling okay.
Do not run.
What a way to start. That is a heck of a ball game for León Nicaragua to get the win. So they know that they will be playing now on Friday against Panama in the first game of the day on Friday, while the Dominican Republic will come back Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern, here on ESPN. Well, we still have 3 more games to come, and we've got our studio crew as well. For Eduardo Perez and Sebastian Salazar, Mike Monaco sending you to Lo Galindo.